There are numerous times in life when we feel depressed, lonely, and like everyone is against us, and nobody is there to offer advice or to talk to about it. What should we do about it at that time, or how should we approach it? Many people, unfortunately, are in the unfortunate situation where they feel as though it is me versus the universe in their own lives. It's foolish to try to outdo the cosmos in competition. You don't have to participate in that competition. It's a poor idea to enter into a battle with the cosmos against me. Would you concur with me as well? In light of this, yoga does not entail contorting your body in any way. Yoga means unification in Sanskrit. It's me against the universe right now. This is just your psychological state. The truth is not like this. Are you still breathing even when you are entirely alone? You are, then, engaging in business with the globe. Yes? Only those closest to you are difficult to get along with. But you feel comfortable in the environment. If the food tastes delicious, it's okay. Water is alright. You engage in business with the globe, don't you? Although the universe and your existence are continuously in conflict, your mind turns the universe against you. If you develop the psychological state that you are opposed to or in rivalry with the universe or the cosmos, you will undoubtedly feel depressed over little matters. The little things will break you. When I say tiny things, I mean things like, perhaps you failed your exam, perhaps you were expelled from school, perhaps you were dismissed from your work, perhaps someone abandoned you, or perhaps anything else similar occurred. Between life and death, these are all insignificant details. Isn't that why you didn't bring anything with you here? There is no container service for you once you pass away. When you pass away, you have nothing. However, the majority of people have converted their homes into storage facilities. Most people appear to be carrying the entire universe on their heads with the amount of baggage they carry. This is a result of their own psychological state. You are referring to your thought and feeling. Right. When will you learn how to control your thoughts and emotions? Yours, not hers, not hers, not his. When will you start understanding how to deal with my feelings and thoughts? When your life is about to end? The fact that most people take themselves too seriously is basically the only issue with life. They are illiterate. These pop-ups have you seen on a computer screen? You appear on this planet randomly. You appear for 2 seconds before disappearing. No, you must realize that uncountable numbers of individuals, including large people, have walked this earth before you and I did. They are where? Topsoil only? Or not topsoil? Unless someone made the decision to bury you deeply because they were afraid you would come back to life. You are aware that such occurrences have occurred. Or perhaps you have heaven on your mind. Anyone who claims that another location is superior to this one is committing a crime against mankind. My main task is to ruin all of the heavens so that humanity might learn how to live well on earth. All of these morons who have produced a living hell for themselves desire to enter heaven. They left this area in a shambles and now they want to go to heaven. Do you have any proof, I ask you? Do you possess any evidence indicating that you are not already in heaven and causing mischief there? Have you got any evidence? You have already entered paradise and are causing chaos there. Yes? Simply because you have not yet learned how to control your fundamental thought and emotional faculties. Is it not? Your sole defense is that everyone is like this only because that's how things are in a madhouse. The only person who appears insane at a madhouse is a doctor. When will you deal with it then? At the age of 60, slowly? I'm inquiring. When will you find this out, at the end of your life, how to handle my thought, how to handle my emotion, how to handle my body, how to handle my chemistry? Since this culture has developed, practicing spirituality now only makes sense at the age of 70, or when you are otherwise useless. No. Everything you need to know about yourself, not just about heaven but also about this life, needs to be known as soon as possible, don't you think? You won't lead a sensible life until then. Are you certain that you won't take offense if we make a joke to you? It so happened that Shankaran Pillai was wed to a French woman while he was in Paris. It happened to be their first anniversary one day. She therefore invited several of her friends, and she wanted to prepare a wonderfully fresh meal with just fresh ingredients. She began taking him to this market and another market in the morning. He received everything, this fresh produce, that fresh meat, this fresh bird, etc. Then, in the evening, she advised, "Go to the beach and get some snails fresh, because the French have this, snail appetizer. Additionally, I'll prepare some appetizers for all the guests who are pals." To collect all the snails, Shankaran Pillai went to the seashore and filled a pail with them. Then, while chatting with an old buddy who was Indian and having a great time, he forgot that he was married. It occurs when you run into old pals, He simply forgot that they both went to a bar and had a few beers there. When he finally understood that the snails were simply crawling out of the bucket, one snail actually dropped out. "Oh my God, I'm supposed to take the snails," he realized. "My French-speaking wife is waiting." He then stated, "I must go." He then left. It was already extremely late at that point. He went even though he knew it wouldn't be enjoyable. He therefore approached the home, emptied the bucket of snails into the ground, and then went and knocked on the door. The French rage arrived. "Come on, you guys," he muttered as he turned around. "We're getting close. Let's go. Let's move. When will you pick your snails, place them in the bucket, and fix them?" You have to solve your own problems, don't you? I want you to know that these are not issues and that you are simply experiencing two wonderful faculties, not your entire existence. The fact that we have these two incredible faculties is a benefit of being a human. One is that our memories are quite vivid. Our lives are extraordinarily rich and imaginative, unlike those of any other species, in part because of this memory. You are currently suffering as a result of what happened 10 years ago. Why are you still suffering? Do you have memory or life problems? You are already suffering from whatever may occur the day after tomorrow. Do you experience real or imagined suffering? Two of your best abilities are causing you pain. What then are you requesting? You wish to revert to being an earthworm. I have nothing against earthworms. They are great eco-friendly creatures. But you just developed a brain this enormous after millions of years of evolution, and now you're paying for it. If we remove half of your brain, you will undoubtedly sit there calmly, without any anguish or anxiety. Is it true that we need to take your brain out since you're losing your intelligence? We gave you a really complicated machine, but instead of even reading the instructions, you just want to muddle through. No? Young people, now is the time to learn a few things about yourself. If you don't know how, we'll give you the tools you need to figure it out. This is because many problems will arise in your life. The fact that more problems arise in your life indicates that you're leading a more active life. If nothing appeared, you are not alive. Yes, there are many problems every day. Because there is so much activity taking place on a global scale with volunteers, I have the most problems happening in my life on a daily basis, okay? Volunteers imply that no one is qualified for the position, but you can't terminate them for being unproductive because they adore you. What should you do? You are not the problem, therefore please fix this one thing in your life. We'll try our best to resolve any issues, but this shouldn't be one of them.